My name is Paul Hogue. I'm the head instructor here at Liaison College in Oakville. One of my fellow students who's with me is Michael Angelo Bartello. He is going to assist me along with two other students as we put this wonderful dish together, which you folks will love because it's a great way to introduce vegetables, or hide vegetables if you could say, on your family or your kids or your loved ones as such, your husband or wife, who don't enjoy the vegetable world, but they won't have a clue what they're eating, okay? So what we're gonna make is, it's a twist off the traditional red velvet cake. St. Paddy's Day is tomorrow, so what we're gonna do is make it green for St. Paddy's Day, which you will see how we're gonna work in 3 types of vegetables, which are absolutely fabulous. Obviously, we're gonna base it, like I mentioned, on the green color. So what we're gonna do here is Mr. Michael is going to mix the butter first, okay? We're gonna make the cake base. So he's going to put the soft butter in the mixer. We're going to mix it, okay? When he gets that mixing, we're going to whip it up, okay? We're going to add some sugar to it. The sugar helps with the friction, and it will get nice and fluffy, okay? This cake is wonderful. It has buttermilk in it, and it's a fabulous thing because buttermilk has a bit of a tang to it. If you don't have buttermilk, a little trick you can do is a tablespoon of lemon juice with a cup of milk. Or you could use distilled white vinegar, a tablespoon of that with a cup of milk, or cider vinegar. Same measurements, 1 tablespoon with a cup of milk. Let it sit for 5 or 10 minutes or so, and you will get that wonderful tanginess instead of going out and spending $6 on a liter of buttercream when, say, you only need a cup. So a little trick there you can use. As Michael whips that a little bit quicker, we're going to throw in some sugar, like I mentioned, to get the friction going, and it is going to get quite fluffy, okay? Another trick to think of is when you put your pan. You want to grease your pan, okay? This is an 8-inch round. You want to grease your pan, a little bit of parchment paper on the bottom, dust it with flour. What happens is, when you take the cake mixture in, the flour helps the cake crawl up the sides of the pan, and it will rise higher. Without flour, it's like slipping. It can't climb the wall kind of idea. The flour helps give it grip as it rises. So what we're going to use here, as Michael's whipping the butter, we're going to use, like I mentioned, 3 different vegetables. We're going to use spinach, we're going to use avocado, which is actually a fruit because it has a stone in it, and we're going to use broccoli, okay? The icing will be a cream cheese icing, which is wonderful. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a puree. To make a puree in the spinach, which we're going to mix in with the cake itself, you want to boil some water, which I have here. You're just going to take, this is 5 ounces of spinach, you're going to throw it in the water, we're going to blanch it. 35, 40 seconds, you're going to remove it, and then you're going to shock it in cold water. You want to stop the cooking, you will then put it into a container, and if you have a hand blender at home or a blender, you can puree it smooth. Fabulous. That is what we're going to fold in, which we will show you, into the cake mix. Therefore, you have spinach, great in iron, okay? It's wonderful in iron. Wonderful in your vitamin worlds. Papa eats it, as we know, okay? Spinach, a lot of kids hate spinach. One way of introducing it. We got that green factor too, right? St. Paddy's Day, right? Lots of all that Guinness stuff and good stuff, green beer. So we're gonna do that. What Michael's gonna do next is gonna add some vanilla, okay? Now another trick I did here with this angle, to hide it from the kids mostly, is let's add some cocoa powder. We add cocoa powder because they think, hey look, it's chocolate cake. Meanwhile, what it's doing is hiding the spinach, okay? If cocoa, which you can absolutely out, you will have definitely much more green flecks all through the cake. Maybe the kids pick up on it and go, hey mom, what's the green stuff? I'm not sure about this green stuff. You add the cocoa powder, you're laughing, okay? They think, hey look, chocolate cake, this is fabulous, mom. Okay, so Michael's mixing that up. What I'm going to do is just add a touch of the baking soda and vinegar, okay? What this does, it helps make a wonderful moist crumb when you slice the cake. Very moist, it's just fuzzing a little bit there, right? We'll work that in a little bit after, okay? Now what Michael's going to do is slowly add this flour. He's going to alternate it with the buttermilk, okay? So what Michael's going to do is slowly add the flour in 3 stages. He's going to start with flour and end with flour, okay? So he's going to add a little bit of flour to this mixture, which is cocoa. We have the butter, we have the sugar, we got a touch of salt here. We're just going to add in. He's going to slowly add in the flour, okay? Again, we're going to start with flour, end with flour, okay? The reason is we want to incorporate, make sure it's moist, okay? We want to make sure this all gets blended. We don't want any clumps in there whatsoever. When this is done, we're going to move it to a bowl and we're going to fold in our spinach puree, okay? Now I mentioned about we're going to use broccoli. Broccoli is another puree we're going to use. And you will see it, it's another different hue of green. Okay, what that is for is on the finished cake when we decorate it, because we did do St. Paddy's Day, you're going to see a nice 4-leaf clover on top. That's with the broccoli puree. And with that, same idea, boiling water. We're going to throw the broccoli in about 2-3 minutes, take it out, chill it. We're going to put it in a blender and you're going to puree it. It comes a wonderful green. Therefore, now you have spinach, you have broccoli. Okay, and what we're going to show you, Mike, you can add this buttermilk in 2 parts if you could, sir. What we're going to do, we're going to show you how to mix the avocado. The avocado is amazing. You can't even tell it's avocado. It's absolutely fabulous. It's a mixture of honey, avocado, and a little bit of lemon juice. You cannot even tell what it is. The kids are like, hey, Mom, this is great. What is this stuff? So Michael's just mixing this up now, okay? We want to scrape the sides down. We don't want it to bulk up in the middle, okay? Avocado is fabulous for potassium, okay? It's a great, as we know, it's great in the Spanish love it, of course. We put it in guacamole, the old nacho deal, okay? But it has many different things. You can even make French fries with it. You know, a little bit of breadcrumb, a little bit of avocado, deep fry, there you go. Avocado French fries, okay? Michael's just finishing that up, okay? Avocados also have about 20 different essential vitamins, so your kids, your family will definitely get the vitamins they need. So we're just mixing this up here as Michael is doing, okay? We're almost finished this mixture. What we're going to do is we're going to add in our puree, okay? We have our spinach puree. We blanched it, we chilled it, we pureed it like such, okay? Now what we're going to do, I'm just going to pour this in, okay, Michael?
Yeah, absolutely.
And we're going to mix that in, okay? Like such. Just turn that on there and it will work its way out for sure, okay? Okay, that's all wonderful stuff. So we have this here. So you will see this green batter that we have, again, with the cocoa powder, a little bit of hiding from the green from the kids. We don't need to have the kids see all that good green stuff and question mom about what it is, right? Again, it's just like if you have pasta, a lot of kids don't like chopped parsley or chopped basil on their pasta. They say they see green and they don't really enjoy it, okay? So with this batter here, we're going to put it in our pans, okay? We're going to bake it about 25-30 minutes, take it out, let it sit for 10, put it on a rack and cool completely 100%, okay? So we have our spinach puree, which is in our mix, all right? Our broccoli puree I mentioned to you, we're going to cut the broccoli, blanch it, puree it in the blender just like the spinach, and I'm going to show you how to do that as well and how that works into the cake. And also the avocado, you'll see that as well. So what we're going to do, we're just going to finish this into the pans, into the oven, okay? And then we're going to move to our next stage, and you will see exactly how we slice the cake and how the layers go together, okay? Wonderful. Okay, so Dave's baked this. He's popped it out. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to slice it because we need to put the filling of the avocado in it. Okay, the avocado puree, again, fresh, nice, soft avocados. They have to be ripe. If they're not ripe, they don't work. If you want to ripen them, throw them in a paper bag for a few days, they will come ripe. So what Dave's doing now, he's slicing the top off. We need to make it flat so it sits completely flat so it doesn't rock, teeter-totter back and forth. The way you do that is like Dave's doing. He just takes the top off. As the cake rises, it domes at the top. It peaks out. So Dave's just taking the top off that, and then what he's going to do is going to slice it right in half. Now, if you can see that on camera, you can see all the spinach puree all through this cake. It looks like, hey, look at this, it's chocolate cake. There is spinach all through it. So that we've kind of, like I mentioned, hid it from the children and the adults and parents who don't like spinach, who want to get that iron boost, who definitely want to get all the nutrients involved with that. Because we have so many vitamins involved with the avocados, with the spinach, and the broccoli. Cancer fighters, antioxidants, vitamin A through B12, I believe. Okay, potassium, great stuff. So Dave's got the bottom done, nice and flat. You can see that. As I look here now, I see spinach running all through it. It's fabulous. He has now done the second cake. You will get 2 8-inch rounds out of this recipe, so you can get 4 layers out of this cake, okay? Again, it's like eating a chocolate vegetable cake is what it is, with a lot of fabulous flavors in it. Again, we're cutting the second layer in half now, so we'll have 4 layers, and the avocado will go right through each layer. Again, that is a very ripe avocado. We peel it, we puree it up with some honey and a little bit of lemon juice, and you can't even tell that it's avocado. It's fabulous. As you can see, Dave's putting it on now. It also keeps the cake very moist. Look at the color, it's fabulous. Okay, look, it's green icing. It's St. Paddy's Day, right? Have a Guinness and a vegetable cake. You know, as you can see from Dave's hat, he's already into it, you know what I mean? So the cake stays moist. You got fabulous, again, we're talking vitamins, nutrients. That's what it's all about. Hiding your vegetables where your family don't know where they are, okay? So what Dave's gonna do, he's just gonna flip the top over. You play with it back and forth, depending on how your cake domes in the oven. Make sure it's completely straight, okay? Again, more avocado. You can see it. It looks like avocado, right? You tell the kids it's a green icing for St. Paddy's Day. They will not be able to tell it's avocado. They'll be eating avocado for years, and you'll be like, you know, son or daughter, you ate avocado for 15 years. Well, what do you mean, Mom? Well, you know that cake we make at St. Paddy's Day? Yeah, that's avocados. So, and they won't believe you. So Dave's just finishing it off here, okay? We have the third layer on. He's going to put that all on top. You can see a fabulous color. Again, we're using spinach, avocado, and broccoli. 3 green for St. Paddy's Day. Fabulous stuff. Okay, keeping the cake moist, as well as adding all of these wonderful flavors and vitamins. So as Dave finishes this, he's then going to put the top on. Okay, again, 2 cakes were made, 4 layers of cake. So you get a full size. So he flips it over for the bottom. Dave does that. So it's nice and flat on top. You have a perfectly flat surface to work on, to decorate it, to write things on. Absolutely. Okay. Now, the icing for this is straightforward. It is cream cheese, icing sugar, and whip. Okay. It's fabulous. So you do have the sweetness. People say vegetables and cream cheese. Broccoli and cream cheese are famous together. Absolutely famous together. It's fabulous stuff. Broccoli and cheese sauce, broccoli and cream cheese. It all works together. Okay, so Dave's just starting to show you how to mask the cake. Masking the cake is putting the icing on the cake, as Dave is doing, okay? So we need the white, we need to cover up all this, brighten it up a bit, okay? And then you'll see how we decorate it, which does not take any time whatsoever. So again, this is a cream cheese icing, okay? Icing sugar, that is it, a done deal, okay? Fabulous stuff. So Dave's doing this, okay? Nice and smooth. He'll put some more icing on the top of it, and then you will see exactly how we decorate it as I bring Michelle in, who is going to finish the cake, and you'll see what a wonderful job she does. Okay, thanks. So what we have now, Michelle has a stencil. What it is, it's a 4-leaf clover. All we've done with it, we traced it out of just a coloring book of a 4-leaf clover out of a piece of plastic. It's a plastic lid, like a margarine lid at home. We cut it out with a little paring knife, okay? Make sure you use a cutting board underneath so you don't mark your counters. And what Michelle is doing is just with a wooden skewer, a toothpick, and end of a paring knife you can use, is just tracing the 4-leaf clover symbol on top of this wonderful cake. Okay, then what you're going to do with the broccoli puree, all you do is trace it on with the green puree, and it's a beautiful broccoli, spinach, and avocado cake. The kids won't even know what they're eating.